At this time of year, property owners in Pennington County receive their property tax assessments. It's important to compare this year's assessment to last year's. If your assessment has gone up, you will want to take a closer look at the new valuation to determine whether the value is fair or you need to make an appeal. If you're going to appeal, it's important to act soon, as there's a limited window of time in which to appeal. Here are the deadlines. March 17th for property in a city, town, or organized township. April 5th for property outside of a local municipality. May 20th for an appeal to the state if you are unsuccessful in getting a reduction of assessed value at the city and county level. So how do you know if you should appeal your assessed valuation? Well, here's the process that I use to answer that question for myself. Number one is the increase in valuation above the average increase for the county. Shannon Rittberger, the Pennington County Director of Equalization, says the average increase in residential valuations in Pennington County for this year is 6%. Therefore, if your home's assessed value jumps 10%, you might want to look much closer at that increase. If your value increased just 1%, you may want to pass on any further action. Another test is whether you would sell your property for the assessed valuation. The South Dakota Constitution mandates that property be assessed at market value. If the answer is a definite yes, the property may well be assessed too high, and you need to take a closer look at the valuation. If your response is absolutely not, your assessment might be low. In that case, you may not want to do anything. Third, is your property assessed much higher than properties in the same neighborhood that are exactly the same as yours? If so, you will want to take a closer look. Either yours is valued too high, or they are valued too low. Taking a closer look probably means doing two things. First, send an email or a letter to the Pennington County Director of Equalization and to the officials of your city or township, if that's applicable, telling them you want to appeal the valuation. Do this before the appeal date if your valuation doesn't pass one of my 3 tests above. Shannon asks that you include the address of the property ID on your valuation. It's on your valuation form, and a phone number where they can reach you. An appraiser with the DOE will contact you and come out and look at the property. They want to be sure that they don't have something wrong. It's not unusual that they may. If they do find an error, they will recommend a change to the County Board of Equalization and make that appeal process a lot easier. But if they don't feel there's a problem with the valuation, they will set a time for you to go before either a city or township board or the county board. You will probably want to get an appraisal or a comparable market analysis, which you really need to order right away, of the property to present to the board to give some credence to your case. If a city equalization board turns you down, your case will automatically go to the county board of equalization, where you can make another appeal. If you don't get your appraisal in time for the city boards, which is real possible because they come up so quick and appraisers are swamped at this period of time, then you can always let them automatically turn it down and make the appeal at the county board, because anything from the city that's turned down goes automatically to the county. Information on property values, assessments, and the appeal process is available through the County Director of Equalization. So call there for information in Pennington County. It's 394-2175, or check out the county website. Thanks for joining me.